Good morning, dear students. Today I am to start the lesson, the prose lesson, the second lesson in your textbook. Too dear, too dear. How do you spell it? T-O-O. If you have your textbook, and I request you often that you must have your textbook with you. Please open it, because you cannot learn a language, whatever may be the language, may be English or any other, you cannot learn the language without the textbook with you. The title is Too Dear, T-O-O, Too D-E-A-R, Too Dear, means very costly. Here the two words together mean very costly, too dear. The government to its employees once in a year sanctions dearness allowance, tutti bhatte, dearness allowance. Here the word dear means very costly, too dear, very costly. What is costly, or who is costly? It is an interesting story. This story is written by Leo Tolstoy. About the author, something is given at the end of the lesson. You may open it and read it, and before the lesson completes, I shall give a note on the author. I shall give you some other note about the author. There is time for that. Please open at the page number 6. Yes, I shall begin to teach the lesson now. It is a story I told you. Near the borders of France and Italy, on the shore of the Mediterranean Sea, lies a tiny little kingdom called Monaco. If you open your Google, you can find, if you give the search for world map, you can see the you can locate here it is. Can you see Monaco? You can find it is in Europe. Monaco is in Europe. Where does it lie? Its longitude is 43.7384 and its latitude is 7.4246. It is in Europe. Monaco is a very, very small country. Even now. Now the landed area of the country is very small, and here at the first and second paragraph in this lesson, on page number 6 and 7 till mid of the 7th page, the author gives the true picture about Monaco, its population, and some geographical aspects and some political aspects also. It is very interesting. Yes. First, you should learn where Monaco is. Where is it? It is on the seashore of Mediterranean Sea. It is on the shore of Mediterranean Sea. And what are the other neighboring countries? France and Italy are the neighboring countries. France and Italy are the neighboring countries, and Monaco lies on the shore of Mediterranean Sea. All this is in Europe, and further the narrator says it is a tiny little kingdom. See, double adjectives are there. He could have told it is a little kingdom. He could have told, but instead he has added one more adjective. Tiny little means very little. The landed area of the country is very, very small. It lies a tiny little kingdom called Monaco. See, what does he say next? Many a small country town. When you use many the next noun should have to be in a singular form. It should not be in plural form. You cannot say many small countries. You may say, think that many is used there, so the noun should be in plural form. But look at the article which denotes singular. Many a small country town can boast. Boast means what? ಹೆಮ್ಮೆ ಪಟ್ಟುಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು, ತನ್ನ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ತಾನೇ ವರ್ಣನೆ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು, ತನ್ನ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ತಾನೇ ಜಂಬ ಕಚ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು, ತನ್ನ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ತಾನೇ ಹೇಳಿಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು. ಬೋಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಅಂತ. ಬೋಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಪ್ರೈಸಿಂಗ್ ಒನ್ಸ್ ಓನ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್. Many a small country town can boast more inhabitants than this kingdom. Yes, in those days, the population of Monaco was so small. The number of the people who inhabited the land they were not in such a large number. So many other cities were there all around, and in neighboring countries, there were so many other cities, and the population of those cities, the population of those towns was more than the population of Monaco. Many a small country town can boast more inhabitants than this kingdom. Here the word inhabitants means the number of people inhabited the land. Population, nothing but population. For there are only about 7,000 of them all together, maybe men, women, young boys, young girls, all together it is hardly about 7,000. I think the population of your village is more than 7,000 nowadays. Even a small village in any taluka, it would be above 5,000. If you go to a taluka place, it reaches above 15,000. Sometimes nearly 25,000. Whereas in those days, there were only 7,000 people in all. In all means men, women, boys, girls of all ages. Altogether, it was hardly 7,000. Whereas so many other neighboring towns had more than that of Monaco. That's why it is said, many a small country town can boast more inhabitants than this kingdom. Which kingdom? Monaco. Because there are only about 7,000 of them all told. And one more thing is added. The narrator says about, and if all the land in the kingdom were divided among the people, there would not be an acre for each inhabitant. What does he mean? What do you mean? What does he say? What is the narrator telling? Suppose if the landed area of the kingdom was divided among the people to distribute to each of them, to distribute to every family. Nobody would get even half an acre. ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಬ್ಬೊಬ್ಬರಿಗೂ ಆ ದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿನ, ಆ ಪುಟ್ಟ ದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿನ ಜಮೀನನ್ನು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ವಾಸವಾಗಿದ್ದ ಜನರಿಗೆ ಒಬ್ಬೊಬ್ಬರಿಗೂ ಪ್ರತ್ಯೇಕವಾಗಿ ಹಂಚಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ರಾಜನೇನಾದರೂ ಮನಸ್ಸು ಮಾಡಿದರೆ, ಈಚ್ won't get even an acre. Yes, it is what the narrator is telling. The basically the landed area of the kingdom is very small. From viewpoint of landed area, the kingdom is very small. If the landed area is to be distributed among all the people in the kingdom, nobody would get even an acre. It would be less than an acre per head. But in this toy kingdom, it's a tiny kingdom. Toy kingdom, tiny kingdom. But in this toy kingdom, though the kingdom is very small, though the total area of the kingdom is very small, it is a kingdom, there is a kinglet, and he has a palace. Yes, as there is a king, he needs a palace to live in. There is a palace for him, and courtiers are there. Court is there, law court is there. There are people to look after the management of the or administration and to maintain law and order in the kingdom. Ministers are there, and there is a bishop. Bishop means head of the church. A bishop is head of the church, head of the Christian church. And ministers are there, and a bishop, and generals, army general, navy general, like that, and generals, and there is an army. See, you should note down all this. Though the kingdom is very small in its size, from viewpoint of a geographical aspect, and though the population is very small, there is a king, there is a palace for him, there is a bishop, there is a church, there are generals, and an army is there. An army also is there. Courtiers are there. There are all those what you may find in countries like India, England, America, France, etc. There is everything what a nation needs to have. There is everything what a state needs, what the landed area needs. There is a king, he has a palace, he has a court, and there are employees to look after the administration. A bishop is there, church is there, generals are there. Along with all this, an army also is there. It has all the qualities that what a state needs. Yes, next come to the next following paragraph. It is not a large army. Yes, you should note. An army is there, but what is the number of the soldiers? Only 60 men in all. How many? Really laughable, no? There are only 60 men who are called soldiers. There are only 60 soldiers in all. Only 60 men to be the soldiers, but still it is an army. You cannot defy this. You cannot defy this. You should call it an army. There may be 60 or maybe even lesser than that. You cannot deny to call it an army. Maybe the size may be very small. Maybe because when the total population of the country itself is not above 7,000, then quite naturally the army should have to be small. There are 60. You cannot deny to call it an army. There are 60 soldiers, but still it is an army. There are also taxes in this kingdom as are in any other country. Yes, we are Indians. India is our country. For everything we give tax. We give, if you go to a big shop, if you buy a mobile phone, the price includes the tax also. GST you may have heard. GST is the thing, but a kind of tax. Yes, There are also taxes in this kingdom as elsewhere, as anywhere, maybe India, maybe America, maybe France, maybe any other country. As you see that people have to give taxes to the government, in the same way here in Monaco also taxes are made mandatory. They should have to give taxes for some limited things. A tax on tobacco and on wine and spirits and a poll tax. These were the taxes. These were the taxes. What were the taxes? What were the commodities that were taxed in Monaco? Tobacco, wine and spirits, and poll tax if elections were held. Tobacco was taxable, wine was taxable, spirits, it is also an alcoholic thing which drunkards use to drink. Spirits, wine, tobacco, wine and spirits were the commodities which were taxed in Monaco. Apart from these things, a poll tax also was there if elections were held, or if to maintain the administration, to look after the administration, the king had to take tax from the people, from everyone. But though the people there means in Monaco, though the people there drink and smoke as people do in other countries, there are so few of them that the prince would have been hard put to it to feed his courtiers and officials and to keep himself if he had not found a new and special source of revenue. This line is a bit long. I try to make it easy for you to understand what it is there. This tobacco, wine, spirits were the commodities which were taxed. If anybody purchased say a cigarette, the price of the cigarette would be consisting of a little tax. If anybody went to a shop where wine was sold, if he drinks, the price of the drinks includes a certain amount of tax. If anybody in Monaco goes to purchase spirits, alcohol, to drink, the price of the alcohol, the price of the spirits would be consisting of a certain amount of tax. Suppose if the price of a cigarette is 10 rupees in Monaco. Suppose the price of a cigarette is 10 rupees. This 10 rupees includes some 10% of the total price, and that amount, what would be the 10% of 10 rupees? 10%. 1 rupee. That 1 rupee goes to government as a tax. If suppose someone goes to purchase wine and the bottle of the wine costs 100 rupees. This 100 rupees is, in this 100 rupees, tax also is including. It may be, suppose it may be 10%, it may be 5%, it may be 20%, whatever may be the percentage of the tax. But this percentage of amount goes to the government. Everyone did not drink, everyone did not smoke, everyone did not drink wine, everyone did not drink spirits. How many are there totally? You have already learnt it, you have already known this. Totally there are 7,000 people, men, women, boys, girls of all ages together. How many do you think? How many do you think maybe drinkers? Maybe 100 amongst them, maybe 200, or say totally 1,000. They may be among these 7,000 people, there may be maximum 1,000 people who chew tobacco, who drink wine, and who drink spirit. What would be the total amount of the tax? This doesn't make a huge amount of money. Altogether, it may make some 2,000 rupees, 3,000 rupees, 4,000 rupees, or maximum 5,000 rupees. It may make that much. But altogether, this doesn't make a huge amount of money. There are, in Monaco, among the 7,000 people, there are who drink tobacco, who chew tobacco, who drink wine, or who drink spirit. They certainly have to give. Everyone doesn't give this tax. Only those who chew tobacco, those who drink wine, those who drink spirit, they will have to give. Everyone doesn't have to give. But the poll tax should have to be given by everyone. But the tax what the king gains from the drinkers or from those who chew tobacco, this amount, that whatever these people give, doesn't make a huge amount of money. So the king had to find out a new and better way to earn money to maintain his office and to pay for the courtiers and to feed the general and to feed the army and to maintain himself as a king. That is. But though the people there drink and smoke as people drink and smoke in other countries, there are a few of these 7,000. There may be 500, there may be 600, maximum there may be 1,000. So of them, the prince would have been hard put to it if he had not found a new and special source of revenue. The tax or the revenue, whatever he collected from tobacco as a tax, the revenue, the amount of money which we call revenue, kandaya. Revenue means kandaya, revenue. Whatever he collected from the people who drank, who ate tobacco or who drank wine and spirit, as it could not make a huge amount, the king was in trouble. Maintaining the state was a difficult task. It was a costly thing because he had to feed the soldiers. Army is there, 60 men are there. Medicines should have to be provided, clothes should have to be provided, their monthly salary should have to be given, and he had to spend for the war weapons. Suppose a war breaks, what should the soldiers do? Should they go to the battle with empty-handed? Should they not have war weapons? Yes, the king had to spend for that. And the general was there. The general had to be given his monthly salary. And bishop is there. Religiously, he is a head of the country from viewpoint of religion. It is a respectable post. He had to be paid. Everything should have to be taken into account. And there is a court, so many employees are there, monthly salary should have to be given, electric bills, water bills, monthly salary. So the king was in a trouble to maintain, but to avoid himself, to save himself from this difficulty, the king finally found a new and better way. And what is that way? Let us see the next slides. Yes, if he had not found a new and special source of revenue, it would have been very hard for the king to maintain. Yes, then what does he do? He earns a special revenue. And what is the source of the special revenue? Where does the special revenue come from? This special revenue comes from a gaming house. Where does it come from? From a gaming house where people sit and gamble. Gambling from a gaming house. Yes, in the kingdom there was a gaming house. People, whoever liked to play with money, whoever liked to gamble, used to go there and sit there and they played there. Yes, let us see what happens next. This gaming house was the source of extra revenue for the king. So he says, this special revenue comes from a gaming house where people play roulette. What is roulette? It is nothing but gambling. It is a roulette means a game playing with money. ಇಸ್ಪೀಟು ಹೆಡ್ಡ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ, ದುಡ್ಡನ್ನು ಹಚ್ಚಿ ಆಡೋದು, ದುಡ್ಡನ್ನು ಇಟ್ಟು ಆಡೋದು, roulette it is called. This special revenue comes from a gaming house where people sit and play, and the game is called roulette. People go there. Yes, there is a gaming house in Monaco. People go there, sit there, they play, and whether they win or lose, the keeper always gets a percentage on the turnover, and out of his profits he pays a large sum to the prince. Yes, this is how the prince or the king of Monaco gets a special revenue. What is there? There is a gaming house. There are people among 7,000 people. There may be so many who like to go and play roulette. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಊರಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ವಾ? ನಿಮ್ಮ ಪಕ್ಕದ ಊರಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ವಾ? ಇಂಥದ್ದು ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಇಂಥವ್ರು ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ಎಸ್, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ ಈಸ್ ಟು ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್. ನಾವು ಅಂದುಕೊಂಡಂತೆ ಜಗತ್ತು ಇಲ್ಲ, ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಕುಡಿಯುವವರು ಇರ್ತಾರೆ, ಆಡುವವರು ಇರ್ತಾರೆ, ತಂಬಾಕು ತಿನ್ನೋರು ಇರ್ತಾರೆ, ಉಗುಳವರು ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ಸಿದ್ದು ಚೀಟು ತಿಂದು ರಸ್ತೆ ಗುಟ್ಟು ಹೆಂಗೆ ಉಗುಳಿರ್ತಾರೆ ನೋಡ್ರಿ. 2-3 ಮಂದಿ ನಿಂತರು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸಿದ್ದು ಅದನ್ನು ಹಾಕ್ಕೊಂಡು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಹಾದು ಹೋಗಂಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಹೆಜ್ಜೆ ಇಡಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಹೆಜ್ಜೆ ಇಟ್ಟರೆ ಜಾರಿ ಬಿಡಬೇಕು, ಅಷ್ಟು ರಸ್ತೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಉಗಿದು ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ. ನಮಗೆ ಸ್ವಚ್ಛತೆಯೇ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ನಾವು ಭಾಳ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ, ಸ್ವಚ್ಛತೆ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಭಾಳ ಚಂದ ಭಾಷಣ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. ನಮಗೆ ಸ್ವಚ್ಛತೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲದೆ ನಾವು ಭಾಷಣ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. ಏನು ಜನ 16 ವರ್ಷ ಆಯಿತು ಅಂದರೆ ಒಬ್ಬ ಸಾಕು ನೋಡ್ರಿ. ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಯುವಕರಿಗೆ 16 ವರ್ಷ ಆಯಿತು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಅವನಿಗೆ ಪ್ರತಿ ದಿವಸ ಗುಟ್ಕಾ ತಿನ್ನಾಕನ 10 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಸಾಲೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ತಿನ್ನೋದು, ಉಗಿಯೋದು, ಕಂಡಲ್ಲಿ ಉಗಿದು ರಸ್ತೆಯ ಪಾವಿತ್ರ್ಯತೆಯನ್ನು ಹಾಳು ಮಾಡಿಬಿಡೋದು. ಇದು ಉಗಿಯೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಬಾಯಿಯಲ್ಲಿನ ಈ ಲಾವಾರಸ ಏನಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಬಾಯಲ್ಲಿ ಲಾಲಾರಸ, ದ ಜ್ಯೂಸ್. ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಎ ಗಿಫ್ಟ್ ಗಿವನ್ ಟು ದ ಮ್ಯಾನ್ ಬೈ ದ ಗಾಡ್. ಅದನ್ನು ಉಗಿಯೋದ್ರಿಂದ ನಾವು ಅಮೃತವನ್ನೇ ಕಳ್ಕೋತೇವೆ. ನಮ್ಮ ದೇಹದಲ್ಲಿನ ಅಮೃತವನ್ನೇ ನಾವು ಕಳ್ಕೋತೇವೆ. ಆ ನಂತರ ದ ಮೌತ್ ರಿಮೇನ್ಸ್ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಡ್ರೈ. ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ದ ಮೌತ್ ಏರಿಯಾ inside the tongue, the cavity, the upper part, the lower part, or the mouth part entirely remains dried up. ಊಟ ಮಾಡಿದ ಅನ್ನ ಒಳಗೆ ಇಳಿಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ತ್ರಾಸಾಗತ್ತೆ, ಅದು ಪಚನನೂ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಈ ಲಾಲಾರಸ, ಉಗುಳು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ, ಇದು ಅನ್ನವನ್ನು ಪಚನ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಎ ಪ್ರೈಮರಿ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್. ಲಾಲಾರಸನೂ ಕೂಡ ನಾವು ನುಂಗುತ್ತೇವೆ. ಊಟ ಮಾಡುವ ಲಾಲಾರಸನೂ ಹೋಗ್ತಿರ್ತದೆ, ಅದು ಪಚನ ಕ್ರಿಯೆಗೆ ಸಹಾಯ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ. ಇಟ್ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಡೈಜೆಷನ್ ದಟ್ ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ವಿ ಈಟ್. ಅದನ್ನು ಉಗಿಯೋದ್ರಿಂದ ನಾವು ಅಮೃತವನ್ನೇ ಕಳ್ಕೋತೇವೆ. ಒಂದು ಸೂಕ್ಷ್ಮ ಸಂಗತಿ ಏನು ಹೇಳಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಉಗಿದು ಮನುಷ್ಯ ಎಷ್ಟು ಹೀನ ಆಗ್ತಾನೆ, ಎಷ್ಟು ವೀಕ್ ಆಗ್ತಾನೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವನಲ್ಲಿನ ಪೌರುಷನೇ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತೇವೆ, ಪುರುಷತ್ವನೇ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತದೆ. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಸೋ ಬ್ಯಾಡ್, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಸೋ ಡೇಂಜರಸ್. ಐ ಆಮ್ I am earnestly requesting you, my dear students, boys students, my dear boys students, I am requesting you earnestly to do not fall in such a habit of eating and chewing this kind of thing which we call Sidhu, etc. They call it. Please don't addict yourself to such a bad habit. Yes. The special revenue comes from a gaming house where people sit and play roulette. People play and they may win or they may lose. Yes, if two people are sitting, both do not win and both do not lose. One of them wins, the other loses. If four are sitting, among the four only one wins and the other three they lose. If 10 people are sitting to play roulette, only one of them wins, all the rest of them 9 people will lose. Yes. These people, whether both the winner as well as the losers, altogether should have to pay certain amount of percentage to the owner of the gaming house. One may have won, the others may have lost, maybe a winner or maybe losers. Both should have to pay certain percentage of amount, and this is calculated on the turnover. On the turnover. What do you mean by the word turnover? The total amount of money exchanged between the total. Suppose two people went in to play. One had 250 rupees, the other has 500 rupees. What is the total amount of money between the two? They have 750. Here, one of the two wins 250 rupees from the man who has brought 250 while entering into. What is the amount of money that is which we call a turnover? It is not 250, it is 500, because one person lost 250, the other person gained 250. This is a turnover. The turnover is 500, and on this 500 rupees they have to give to the owner of the gaming house. The loser should have to give, the one who has won the game, he too should have to give certain percentage, whatever the owner of the gaming house wants from them. Yes, with this I shall close today's online class. I am not supposed to make this class more than 30 minutes, maximum 27 minutes, because it has some other technical problems. You cannot have data to look into other subjects. Thank you. With this I close my class. Let us meet tomorrow. Thank you.